Alright, everybody. Good evening. There's a lot for me to talk about today, so I'm just going to try to jump right into it. There's a lot of occultism in today's society, as well as in previous societies. It's just there, whether you like it or not. It's like reading a book, and there's a cipher in the book where you and I can't really read it unless we know it. And to those who like to keep the knowledge within the know, they know, and we don't. Or at least to a degree, until we actually start to look these things up. So, without further ado, I'm going to talk at least a little bit over here. Now, here I got a G. G's been used for a lot of things. It is the seventh letter of the alphabet. Bam, 7. It is also a symbol of God, or even government for that matter. Government, governo, mente, government, control, mind control. Alright? Now, we're here. If you take a G, it is good to put the numbers around it, and if you put the center point on the 0, so you don't even really need to put 0 there because it's nothing, so 0 is nothing. You know it's there. It's nothing. So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 being the perfect number. Why is it the perfect number? Why? Well, simply this. 5 and 4 is 9. 6 and 3 is 9. 7 and 2 is 9. 8 and 1 is 9. So, that's why it's the perfect number. That's what's at the very top. Now, when it comes to the symbol of power and authority, i.e. the cross. Power coming from down, and authority coming across, separating those below from those above. Now, the reason why I have these colors in here is because over here, the blue is obviously supposed to be water. The orange in this case, which I don't really have gold or other colors that I can put in that place, so it's orange, but it's supposed to mean air. So, air, water, the obvious, fire, earth. Now, when it comes to these 4 elements, the 5th element is supposed to be spirit. And I'll get into that later, but for at least this case right here, I can get into a little bit of things here. Sorry, I'm trying to make it such a way you guys can see. So, you got 1. It's interesting simply because, 1 being the concept of the one, of God. So that's also why it kind of floats where it is. Also, the symbol in Latin for 1 is our letter for I, capitalized. I, 1 I. Haha. Anyway, silly little thing, huh? Now, you got water being H2O. Now, H has been a symbol, from what my grandfather told me, of, I guess you could say, connecting 2 dots, or 2 points. So it's a portal. H being 2, 1, 2. If you take the Roman numeral right there, instead of taking those 2 lines, instead of connecting at the top, you connect it at the middle, like a bridge. H2O, so it's a portal. Now, the reason why I bring that up is if anyone's seen Stargate SG-1, I used to be a pretty big fan of that. Stargate, gateway, Fisher Kings. Fisher being a gateway or a portal or an opening. See where I'm going with here. The waters above and below. 33 degrees being, the freezing temperature of water. Anyways, there's a lot you can go into. That's the whole concept of esoterics and the occult. It's supposed to be of the mind. So that's why it's flexible. Anyways, to continue on. Ball. The reason why I have ball here is because ball can also be for, like, the ball. But Baal, in the ancient days, or Baal, was known as Lord. Like Lord of the Fire, Lord of Death, the bull god that you see with, like, a golden bull, the golden calf, that kind of thing. 2 Baal, because 2 Baal. Cain. 7 has also been used as like a cane because of its shape. It also If you know anything about the English and the crown and the whole concept of 007, then you understand that it's for your eyes only, i.e. it's for those of the elite and not for everyone else, including the followers of the elite. Anyways, going further into detail here, moving on to 3 and 4. Alright, so into the realm of fire. Government, control mind control. Enforcement. So essentially they're forcing your mind, using the law to force you to control your mind, essentially. They're trying to force you. Now I'm going to get that out of the way because, bam, don't need to really go too much into detail on that. Over here to Earth. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. Try to ignore this symbology over here. I'm just talking about this over here. So 5, 6. 5 and 6. Why is that? Because 5, the 5 senses, that's within the materialistic realm. That's, that's that big stuff. All right, that's the stuff you can't go through. It's not the immaterial, and therefore it is something that you can get chained by. That's why you beware of the 6. 666. That's why you beware of the beast system. Is you're being trapped spiritually in the flesh, away from God. So therefore you're trapped away from immaterial. Alright? You're just stuck like every other animal in the animal kingdom, within the flesh, with what your needs and desires are. I mean, that's why homosexuality is even seen in the animal kingdom, is because they just fuck because they feel like fucking. Okay? Moving on. Alright, so you got your air. They're odd. Slightly connected, but slightly not here, with your little windmills. I'm going to call it that for right now. So, air. Interesting how Cain, so 7 and 8 here, as well as 9, technically speaking, but 7, 8, Cain, are in the air kingdom. So you're above. You're looking from on high down low. That's the reason why the elite like to feel themselves up high. They think they're higher than everyone else. That's the reason why they have a dividing line. That's the whole point of the cross. It's a meaning of, as I mentioned earlier, power and authority. 8 being the symbol of infinity. Alright, going away from all that. With all that out of the way now, I can start trying to moving on to this side of the board. See if I can make this in such a way you can see better. Aha! Alrighty, hope you're not bored already with my monotony. So, let's see, where should I start? I guess I'll start with the pente. So, you got your pentagon here. You got your points that can go around. Because again, all I'm really doing is just taking this, and obviously I can't really draw that over top of there on this kind of a platform. So, I'm just drawing it off the side and trying to show you the points if they were perspectively over that. So, you got your pentagon. So, pente. Hexagon. That's also why it's the center image of this nation. And then you got your octagon, which is simply of the pharaonic bloodline, the Templar order. They use that. The cube, the control system. That's also why in games you have the Umbrella Corp, who through death want to control and restart the world. I'll put it like that. Alright, sorry, this is just a lot to say, and it's kind of flustering me because it's so much, and trying to compact it all together. Moving on. So obviously you got all these symbols that you can use. There's other people out there that you can find, that you can look up. I'll even leave some names in the description box below for you guys to check out. Moving on. So I got some, actually before I go on to them, I'll start with this. Now, I have a weird feeling about El Trumpo. I have a strong feeling, through numerology and other means, he's going to be the 5th out of 4, the 5th president that will be this right here. I'm just not going to say it because I don't want to trip no algorithms. Alright? IX, XI. Whenever you have that excess, they like to reap the excess. That's the concept of the perfect number, 9. and 11, right? Now 11 is an odd number out. Perfect. They like to reap when it's perfect in their mind. And their perfection is imperfection. So, be forewarned there. The reason why I brought SG1, again, the thing I brought up before. Now, with the concept there, the only reason why I brought that up is because if you ever watched the actual TV show series, one of the big controversies in the show was obviously they had to do all these things to go and, go across the galaxy, so to speak, to deal with all these different aliens and whatnot. And the main struggle was on Earth in the fact that there is disunity and having to lie to the people as they funnel millions, billions of dollars into this program. The deep state. Okay? Now, the reason why I bring this up is because when I did this, I know it could be just completely nothing, but very interesting. 88, kind of like Trump. 88. And 11. Like XI, the XS, which is cut out. Trump, which is 77 and 1111. Just more the reason in my mind that numerology, I guess you could say numbers speaking, it seems like he is spoken to be taken out in the 2020 election. G being the 7, or in reverse, 20th, 2020. G, 7 or 20. Interesting, no? Okay, moving on. Over to here. These names here. Now, I probably should have put his name first, but anyways, the reason why I brought him up is because, example-wise, Julius Caesar was the first ever Roman emperor. This is the day he died. Also the day that I was born. But anyways. 44. Double of 88. The whole purpose I'm trying to bring this up here is that's how they control people. They like to have a pinnacle of power, but that's not really the power. It is, but it is not. There's all these other mechanisms in play. And really, it's just a figurehead. And that's why they sacrifice every other figurehead. So, Abe Lincoln. He started in March 4th, 1861. Died April 15th, 1865. So, 1861 to 1865. That's 4 years till he was dealt with. Next, I got this big old board to deal with the rest of these things I wish to talk to you about, to further explain why I think that something's going to happen to this fella. Now, from Abe, there was the next person who got taken out, James Abram Garfield. He was the 20th president. Abe was the, he was the 16th president. It's the number after 15. XS, remember? He cut out the XS. So 20th president. 16 years between Abraham and James here. 16 years. And this guy was taken out. Interesting. 16. You kind of seeing a little connection here. Over here from March 4th, 1881, 88. And then that same year, 88. 6.5 months. 6. See where I'm going with this here? William McKinley, Jr. March 4th, 1897 to September 14, 1901. 4 years until his death. 4 years he served until he died. Another 4. Interesting. So, 20 to 5. 25. 25th president. Next, you got John Fitzgerald Kennedy, JFK. JFK was the 35th president. Interesting. So instead of 5 years, then 10, 35. January 20th, 1961, so you got your IX right there. November 22nd, ooh, there's your 2, 22. 2 years, 222. 1963. Only last 2 years before he was. Now, Donald J. Trump. Why did I bring this up? 56 years. See, W to J, 60 years, 56 years. 4 plus 56, 60. 4, correct, right? You got that little excuse me. It's really hard to say some of these words. These number tricks here that you got. 56, JD. I honestly think when it comes to a pentagram, remember, you get your arms and your legs and the head, the excess, the spirit is what they want to cut out. So you got Abe Lincoln, air. Fucking James over there, water. Let's see, William McKinley, fire. Obviously JFK, earth. A little green around the ear, isn't he? So what does that make Donald? Remember them praying over him, all them pastors and stuff? See where I'm going with? Now, 56 years divided by 4 is 14. 14 is 7 doubled. Everyone heard of the 7 Noahide laws? There have been 5 presidents who have signed it, starting with Reagan, April 4th. Clinton, April 16th. Bush Jr., I can't seem to find the date online. It just seems to be pretty difficult. I'm sure someone can find that. Obama, April. Interesting. April seems to be a connection here. April 18th. So, 4 times 4 would be, what was it, 16? Isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. 18, so it's plus 2. And Trump. El Trumpo. He signed it too, which I forgot to add that. Stupid me. But anyways, people saying that Donald J. Trump has this in the bag. I think he is going to win it, or I should say he's going to be selected, not elected, for it. And that's when they are gonna root up the spirit. Now, I know that this is just a lot of stuff. I am not the best speaker. Take this with a grain of salt. Take it for what you will. But this is my belief. As much as I don't want this chaos to happen, I do see and hear something is amiss. God bless and good luck to you all.